Hello everyone. Now before we proceed for the radix to FFT algorithm decimation in time, I would like to mention two important properties of Twiddle factor. Now that we are going to require in the radix to decimation in time algorithm. Okay. So it will be easier to understand for us if we discuss it beforehand. So if I get this value, this Twiddle factor omega n square, I can write it in this way: e to the power minus j 2 pi by n. This is my omega and having a factor of square factor of 2. Now that means 2 to 4. That means there comes 4 in the top above of n. So now if I write it, I can able to write it in this fashion also. We can write it in this fashion: j 2 pi. Now this n, what is this n? This n is the index, the number of the sequence of the DFT. Okay. So if I write it in this way, that means this omega is for n point DFT. This is the Twiddle factor for n point DFT. Now if I write it in this way, n by 2, the similar thing, because if this 2 goes in the numerator, it will be 4. But what is happening here? Look, the number of sequence is actually halved. So I can write it as the Twiddle factor omega of n by 2. Okay. So the lecture I have given to you, I have written it there that important properties of Twiddle factor, and here I am getting that omega n square is basically nothing but a Twiddle factor of omega n by 2. Okay. Now let's discuss the second one. Now what happens in the second one? The second important Twiddle factor is this. So if we want to write it, how can we write it? This is basically omega n k into omega n of n by 2. So we can write it as omega n k into e to the power minus j 2 pi by n by 2. Okay. Sorry, I have taken it wrongly. So it will be, e to the power, 1 minute, just delete it. It will be e to the power j 2 pi by n. So as it is having n, so obviously it will be n, but the factor, the power is n by 2, so definitely it will also come as n by 2 as a power. So from this we are getting this n and n cancel out each other, 2 and 2. So what is remaining? E to the power minus j pi. So we can write it as cos pi minus j sin pi. And we know that cos j sin pi is 0 and cos pi is minus 1. So we can write it as minus of n k. So these are two important factors. We are going to use it in decimation in time. So we will proceed for the whole process in the next lecture. Thank you.